My role, even although the title sounds glamorous as CEO, leadership for me is a servant role. You're put in that position because you possess a level of skill, you possess a level of knowledge, and you possess a level of accountability. You're there to steer, give guidance, and assist everybody under that structure and make sure you're steering it to the short-term goal whilst you're making sure people understand what's involved in getting to the long term. My name is Wayne Desau. I'm the Chief Executive Officer at CipherWave Business Solutions. What I wanted to do was be a performing artist, so writing music, performing, that's kind of really what I enjoyed. Had the ability, because music was very much a part of my upbringing, from primary school all the way up into high school, being in a band, going out and performing. For me, that's what I thought, I would end up doing, touring the world. Coming out of school, one of the things that happened was having a chat with my parents to say, okay, throughout school, you've had this very relaxed way of viewing where you want to be, and we've allowed you to be in your music. You're still involved in your music. We need to start getting serious. What are you going to do? My mother worked at ShopRite and she did data capturing. So it was then that she said, why don't you take an interest in computers and why don't you do something, at least get yourself qualified with a trade. And at the time I thought, I don't know what this computer thing is. It doesn't sound like music. I kind of fobbed it off initially, and after a while my folks were like, okay, you now need to make a call. And I said, okay, let me go do a course. Let me get into computers. And so I registered to do a computer engineering course at a local college. Before I could get onto my music, I ended up starting to do some in-service work with a company called CEB Maintenance. And that's actually what kind of spurred out my working career from that point on. I've used the same formula throughout my career. I think as I've gone through life, what I've realized is at certain stages of my life, money was exceptionally important. In my first job in CEB, I was earning 1,500 Rand a month, right? I've having to take a taxi and 2 buses to get from Wentworth to Pinetown. Work started at 8 o'clock and I needed to be there at 8. Not 8:05, not 8:10, at 8, right? Whether the taxis were striking, whether the driver decided to take a long route, nobody really cared. But some of those principles of what I learned was, if you commit to something, do it. One of the mantras I have, and I have many, many mantras, is I ask lots of questions. I love understanding how things work. I just want to consume as much information for my own benefit to be able to understand how things work. So I applied the same principle moving to UNet, again being the most junior person, just asking as many questions. I was offered an opportunity to take up another role after only being there for 6 months. And it was a more senior role from where I had come from. So I asked my boss, I said, are you sure there are a couple of other people here that are far more qualified, have a lot more experience? And she said to me, simply put, that's not what we're looking for. What we're looking for is people that are willing to work with us, that are willing to go the extra mile without us asking. I've spent 8 years building an encyclopedia in my mind of all of our customers, all of our services, all of our suppliers, how they work, technically how they deliver, the systems that we use. I've been part of that. One of the reasons why I joined the business was just, besides the opportunity that I saw coming from Verizon and UNet and being in the telco industry. So I saw there was massive opportunity, but also excitement around still having to deal with the tech, which is where I came from. And that was the exciting thing for me about what we do here at CipherWave, because we've built this technology stack with voice, and we're carrying all of this voice traffic and we're having to maintain it for some really, really cool brands. And for me, it's the story behind that. When you walk into a Land Rover dealership and you know that you're the provider for that customer, and when his customer is able to call through and they close successful sales, or they can service their customers, and you're contributing to that, and hey, that's our solution. I've been here prior to that. We're 13 years old. CipherWave had already started building the foundation for being a service-led business. And I've just been, given the opportunity to continue getting involved in what I like, which is the technology, using that to help customers improve their businesses, also helping their businesses to stay very proficient, and just bringing on other like-minded executives and team members that really enjoy that technology. And together what we're doing is just trying to make life better for customers.